the last time you read a book? For me, it was today, but for a lot of people, they probably don't remember the last time that they sat down and read a book, especially if it was on their own time. A lot of people probably haven't picked it up since high school, say when they had a test due the next day that they needed to ace and they had to read a book to do so, or when they had a discussion the next day in class about a chapter that they needed to read overnight. But a lot of people find reading to be a waste of time, find it to be something that's not very beneficial, when really it's one of the most beneficial things that you can do for your mind, especially in terms of mental cognition. Reading is quite literally exercise to the brain. It does a lot to rewire the neurons in your brain and make you think in ways that you hadn't before. It greatly increases your critical thinking skills and even your skills in terms of vocabulary and literary understanding. They say to get 60 minutes of exercise every day for your muscles and your body, so why not do the same way with reading to exercise your brain? It even does a lot to reduce cognitive decline by up to 32% later in life, especially when you see older people begin to lose the things that they once knew. Reading can do a lot to decrease that at a later point in your life. It also does a lot in terms of mental health, especially when it comes to reducing stress. For me, I know that reading is one of the biggest escapes from stress. It gives you a moment away from your own life and away from your own situation so that you can be in someone else's shoes for a time. A study at Seton Hall University even did a case study with a group of 24 students that were exposed to a stressful situation and then giving a 60-minute period of reading a book to see how it would affect their anxiety level. And after this 60-minute period of reading, many of them experienced reduced blood pressure levels, reduced anxiety levels, and reduced heart rate levels. So that sort of shows you what it does for your overall sense of stress and giving you an overall sense of calm. And lastly, another end of the lifespan, it also does a lot for children. So a study in 2019 showed that kids who read regularly were exposed to 1.4 million more words than kids who didn't. So reading can introduce you to a lot of vocabulary that you may not have known before and can show you how to use that vocabulary in terms of situations that you may experience or conversations that you may have. So the next time that you sit down and you're bored or you don't know what to do, maybe consider picking up a book, because it really does benefit you a lot mentally.